Hey everybody, Ash Borland here, the home buyer specialist, getting you ready to move. And we're going to bust through all those myths that may be keeping you off the property ladder. You don't need to think about a mortgage until you buy a property. That is not true. Before going out to look for property, you should go and get yourself qualified by a bank, building society or broker. One of those three will be able to assess your affordability and tell you how much you could potentially borrow. It's really important to do this before you go looking for houses. That way you don't get your heart set on something that you later can't afford. You always need a deposit to buy a house. Again, not always true. There are deals and products available out there for certain people if they fit their criteria that allow them to utilize a no deposit mortgage. Contact a bank, building society or broker to find out what options are available to you, because it is not always the case that you need a deposit. You will be able to get a mortgage if your rent costs more than your repayments. It's not true at all. Lenders' affordability assess in an entirely different way to what you deem as affordability. And that I come across a lot where people can afford to pay their rent, but the lender themselves do not see it as affordable. This is a huge myth. Don't be fooled into the trap that thinking just because you can afford X amount of pounds on rent, the mortgage will allow you to lend that amount of money. Well, you can't borrow enough, so you need a bigger deposit. It's also something potentially is not true. There are lots of schemes available out there, such as shared ownership, help to buy. It may help you get your foot on the property ladder. These are things you should research yourself and look into and see if it's something that you would like to learn more about. You can't get a mortgage if you have a low credit score. It is not always the case. There are lenders and products available to help people in this exact situation. There is a big difference between bad credit and no credit. Having bad credit, such as missed payments, CCJs, can have an impact on your borrowing. However, having no credit whatsoever can also have a negative impact. No credit history means that you physically do not have any history of borrowing. Can cause some issues when applying for a mortgage because there is no history of you ever paying anything back. Lowest interest rate is the cheapest deal. That is not always the case. You need to make sure you speak to your bank, building society or advisor to understand what is the cheapest deal available to you at that time. They will be able to articulate and explain in a better way what that means to you. Thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, Ash Borland here, getting you ready to move, and I'll see you next time.